So, the first topic of this chapter is electric current. We are going to write different formulas of electric current based on its definitions and the derivations which we have done in details in electric current. All those important key relations are helpful to visualize the variation of electric current, drift velocity and current density whenever area is changing or something is constant, other thing is changing. So, we need to memorize all the important relations from electric current. So, you will see I am going to write different formulas of electric current in terms of different things, so that you can clearly visualize, you can relate them via electric current. For example, electric current in terms of current density, electric current in terms of drift velocity, electric current in terms of potential, which is also called as Ohm's law. So, let us formulate the basic formulas of electric current in terms of different basic quantities like drift velocity, current density, etc. So, first formula, which is basically given here, it is just rate of flow of charge I is equal to dq by dt. This is instantaneous current. If the charge is given as a function of time t, for example, q is equal to at square minus bt cube, you can just differentiate dq by dt and get the value of current I will be equal to 2at minus 3bt square, like this. These are the simple things. Similarly, if I want to calculate the average value of current, then it is nothing but total flow of charge upon total time taken. This is average value of current. Even we can also extrapolate this definition. Suppose if I want to calculate the electric current due to a revolving electron, in next chapters you will determine the value of magnetic field or magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron, and in all those formulas to write magnetic dipole moment or magnetic field, we need to write the current. So, how do we write a current due to a moving electron in a circular path? Simple, q by t, charge upon time. Time for the revolving of electron is time period of that revolving electron. So, this basic definition is q by t. You can replace this t as 2 pi by omega. So, this becomes q omega by 2 pi. So, these are the simple basic relations of charge as a function of time t. Now, let us go to the next definitions. Charge, electric current as the rate of flow of charges through a given volume. Yes, sometimes the question may be asked that a beam of electron or beam of proton is flowing in a given direction at this volume flow rate. What is a volume flow rate? The rate at which the volume is flowing, that is nothing but from equation of continuity, area into velocity. So, charge is not volume flow rate, electric current is not volume flow rate, it is the charge flow rate. So, we need to multiply the density of the charge into volume to get the volume flow rate, and that is the basic derivation, that is the basic idea behind the derivation of drift velocity. Drift velocity is the average velocity of electron whenever there is a electric field is applied in a conductor. We know all the electrons move in a random direction, but when you apply an electric field in a conductor, they start drifting in a given direction, which is nothing but the average speed of all the electrons, and this velocity is called as drift velocity. So, we can visualize it as all the electrons are moving in a given direction with the uniform speed. That is why it would have a uniform volume flow rate, and velocity for that will be called as drift velocity. So, current is also called as charge flow rate, charge flow rate. So, this is nothing but charge into density of charge, density into volume flow rate, volume flow rate. This is charge density into volume flow rate. Further, what is charge density and what is volume flow rate? Charge density is basically number of charges, number of or the total charge per unit volume, total charge per unit volume times volume flow rate, you know, is area into velocity, area into velocity of charges or average velocity of the charges, and from here this will give us the relation between electric current and drift velocity. What is charge per unit volume? That is charge of one particle electron E into number of charges per unit volume. This is small m, n is number of charges per unit volume into area times drift velocity. So, this is your expression. You must remember this formula directly. Why I have done this derivation? Because sometimes they may not ask you direct drift velocity. You can also use the same formula to derive the current due to a flow of charges through a volume. So, basically what we get here is I will be equals to N E A V D, very important formula. Just remember it as it is, where N is the number of charged particles per unit volume, charge particles per unit volume. Okay, very simple. So, I is equal to NEAVD. N E charge of the particle, A is the cross section area, Vd is the drift velocity. So, basically you can further explore it. So, this is a conductor in which electric field I is flowing. So, we can visualize it as if there are n number of charged particles per unit volume, n number of charged particles per unit volume, then all of them must be moving. All of them must be moving with a single velocity, with the uniform velocity as, or the average velocity as drift velocity, and this is the cross section area A. So, I is equal to N E A V D. Further, we can also extend velocity, drift velocity as this drift velocity is due to the acceleration of the charges in the direction of electric field or opposite direction of electric in the case of electrons. So, this velocity is the velocity acquired by the electrons in moving through the relaxation time. So, basically it is V equals to AT, where A is the acceleration and T is the average relaxation time. So, V drift becomes, acceleration will be force, that is E into E, electrostatic force, by m into this T is tau, which is called as relaxation time. Just remember this thing, this is relaxation time. What is relaxation time? It is the average time duration between successive collisions, because electrons move and they collide with the atoms and they lose their velocity in a given direction again. So, only due between the successive collisions it moves in the direction of electric field. So, the average time interval is called as relaxation time. Average time interval, average time between successive collision, between successive collisions. I am not going to derive it here, you just have to remember. So, basically the first formula was dq by dt for current, and second formula is NEAVD, and in this you can also remember this Vd as, this Vd in terms of relaxation time as NEE by m into tau. Okay. So, basically relaxation time is a constant, it is independent of the applied electric field, it depends only and only on the temperature of the conducting substance. So, if you increase the temperature, they move randomly, they move with higher speeds, and due to which they do collide more number of times in a given time span. So, the time decreases. So, as this temperature increases, relaxation time decreases for both semiconductor and conductors. Semiconductor and conductor, for both the relaxation time decreases. So, this is the second formula for current I equal to NEAVD, and Vd is EE, A into tau acceleration, that is acceleration is EE, force upon mass into tau. Now, let us go to the third expression of electric current. Third expression of electric current, I is also defined in terms of current density as J into A. Rather, basically this J is the current density, Basically current density is a vector quantity. Yes, because it depends on the orientation of area through which you are calculating the current. So it is not just J, this is J and A dot product, J dot A. So sometimes we also relate this as J as I by A times A cap. Sometimes we also write J as I by A into area vector. So direction of current is perpendicular to area. Direction is perpendicular to area. It's perpendicular to area means because it is along area vector. Area vector is a vector which has a magnitude equal to the area and direction perpendicular to that given area. Now this J can also be related as sigma times E, where E is the internal electric field. So this is a very important relation where this K is called as conductivity of material. This is called as conductivity of material. So we can also write this conductivity as 1 upon resistivity. This is resistivity, or sometimes it is also called as specific resistance. So very simple, this is the third expression of current in terms of current density, and current density can be related with this E, where E is the electric field.